So, Fried Berry. So, this is a Shudder original, and I am very late to the game on reviewing this one. Life has got in the way, so I haven't been able to watch as many like new movies lately. And that's why I haven't been, I guess, consistently uploading any videos like on this channel. Hopefully, in the next coming week, so I will have a consistent schedule as far as movie reviews on this channel goes, because there are a few movies coming out in the next week that I am looking forward to watching. Like there's A Quiet Place Part 2 and there's The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, which I'm extremely looking forward to hopefully watching that one and having a review up on my channel for you guys. So yeah, hopefully in the next coming weeks, there will be more content on this channel to enjoy. But then sometimes life gets in the way and you have to push other commitments aside. So yeah, that's why I'm very late to reviewing Fried Berry, because I've only really just had time this weekend to actually sit down and watch this movie. So, anyways, yeah, let's talk about it. So, Fried Berry, what did I think of it? This is a very, how would I put this? This is a very bizarre and weird movie. Like, this movie makes no sense at all. Like, movie, uh, this whole movie is just one bad trip. Because like there's just a bunch of like WTF moments in the middle portion of this movie, in particular in the second act. There's just a lot of like strange moments that feel out of place, but then it kind of does make sense within the character's head, like why the what is it why the what is it why the editing is is very jumbled, and why it's cutting from one location to another in like a split second. And it's just like it's the whole second act is just you're seeing this main character like walk around what was it Cape Town, was that where the movie's setting is based? I think it is. But yeah, where you're seeing him like walk around, and it makes no sense. Like it's so weird. But then on the other hand, the first act and the third act of this movie have probably the most consistent editing as far as story goes, because the second act kind of goes in this completely new direction where it's where story isn't really even where the story doesn't really even follow. Like like the what is it the story, it does come into play, I guess, towards the end of the second act. um but then on the other hand, it makes no sense, but then it does at the same time, like because our main character, he's completely like out of it. Like he doesn't know what world he is in. So it kind of does make sense why the editing choices for the second act would be very jumbled and all that. Um, but yeah, like that, like I don't know if to put that as a negative or not, because I'm looking at who Barry is as a character, and it does make sense like why the editing would be like that, especially in the second act, um, in particular. But then it loses its center focus on the story. So, but yeah, that's but then I feel like that may have been the movie's purpose. Like I don't know whether it was or wasn't. Um, but yeah, that's see now, like that's just what I mean. Like this is a very bizarre and weird movie that it doesn't really have a center focus Like I feel like this movie was made more to have fun with it and more to kind of go along with what this movie is throwing at you. Because yeah, it really really in the end, none of it really makes sense. Like there are a few of those WTF moments in the second act. Like there are a few of those moments that do come full circle in the ending of this movie. Like there's this whole storyline. About what is it about a newborn child, which yeah, like that was very weird because that doesn't make sense. Because then at the ending of the movie, the newborn child is like he's all grown up and he's like 30 years old, and like and like and sure that would make sense if it was in in our main character's head, but that's actually reality. But then that just brings up a new question. It like the what is it like the baby was only born like yesterday, might I add. So it's just it makes no sense why like unless unless this is like 5 years, but the movie never really states that. I mean, like yeah, I don't know like what that is all about, but I'm sure it has to come. I'm sure it has to tie into the whole what is the whole like alien storyline, the whole like alien abduction storyline in this movie. But yeah, then on the other hand, there is a lot to enjoy in this movie as well. The biggest positive I can say for this movie is honestly the color scheme, the color contrast, and the visuals are stunning to look at. Like honestly, they are what is it? They are the show stealer here. The visuals offer offer a lot of what makes this second act a lot of what makes this second act, I guess, entertaining. Like it does add it does add there are a lot of vibrant colors in the second act of this movie. um, but then the other positive I can say about this movie is our main actor. He has a very interesting role in this movie where he doesn't really speak unless he needs to speak. And I think he has a very interesting role. Like he doesn't really talk much. And yeah, he doesn't really have many social skills. He's kind of he's kind of he's a pain in the ass in his household. And yeah, and since a lot of the visuals do offer, I guess, do offer a lot of what this character is exactly saying, since the main character can't really say it or say it. He more has to show it, and the visuals do help with that. Like there's one scene at the end where it's just like where there's this big like green screen fest where there's like explosions and there's like a fire and everything, and it's just it's so weird, but it's so weird, but it's also it's beautiful to look at. Like that's probably the best way I can put it. But yeah, Fudberry, yeah, like this movie. I don't know if I would recommend it or not. Um, I think it all depends on how forgiving you are of film. And I guess and what you go into like horror movies expecting. Like this movie isn't really a horror movie. Like some there is some disturbing imagery in it. But yeah, for the most part, this really isn't a horror movie. This very much is this very much it's very much is a comedy. A comedy, I'd say, like a comedy horror maybe. But the comedy definitely does shine a lot more than the horror. Like there is some like disturbing layers in this movie. Like there's one part of the movie in particular, kind of it takes place like in this. It takes place like in like what is it? It takes place like in this garage, where this guy he locks up children. Like so yeah, there are disturbing layers to this movie for sure. Um, And I feel like that's where a lot of the horror does come in this movie. But I think for the most part, yeah, is this very much is a comedy front and center. So, anyways, yeah, they are my thoughts on Floodberry. So so what is it? I hope to give you guys more content over this coming week, and I will try my best to try and get some new content out for you guys. So, anyways, guys, yeah, I want to say yeah, thank you for supporting me again, and yeah, please like this video, share it around, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye.